Hey, what's up out there in YouTube land? It's your boy, the Ruxman. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Rux. And I want to just jump into this, guys. After about a week or so of using this controller right here, this Xbox One S Bluetooth controller, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is the best Bluetooth controller on the market. Let's jump right into it, guys. So I want to start off this video by saying this, guys. Your favorite controller is going to be a personal preference, but I'm going to explain to you why I do believe this controller right here, the Xbox One S new Bluetooth controller, is hands down the best choice for your PC gaming, tablet gaming, Xbox gaming, or even just multiple device gaming. Now, there are many Bluetooth controllers out there on the market, many of which only function with dedicated devices. I had the Moga controller, which is a little portable controller. You have Moga Pro and all that. They're all modeled after this guy right here, which is known as the most comfortable controller on the market. Also, the SteelSeries Stratus XL, I've used that controller. Nice controller, but not very comfortable. I had a little bit of problems with it. Not only that, it wasn't very easy to pair with things. I had to look for tutorials on how to pair that device. And same thing with the Moga controller. While it worked, it was a little quirky here and there. Now, this particular controller, I will tell you this. Straight out of the box, paired right up with the computer. First game I tested it on PC was one that was giving me trouble, which was Final Fantasy 13. Now, for whatever reason, Final Fantasy 13, I could use my regular Xbox One controller along with this USB dongle, and it would kind of work sometimes, but you still would have to use the keyboard for certain commands. Well, once I paired up the new Bluetooth controller, I no longer had that problem. I was able to just play the game straight up. Now, mind you, like I said, that was straight out of the box when I took the controller out. It worked with a lot of different titles straight out of the box on the PC. Now, there were some titles that it didn't like so much out of the box, and there were some other downsides to it with just using it straight out of the box, and I'm going to jump right into those. The first of which being is when you use it straight out of the box, while it does work with the PC Bluetooth and it does sync up and do all that other thing, it will not sync with your other devices, meaning your tablets, your cell phones and other things like that. It won't sync with. So this is where the video gets interesting, because I didn't realize this in the beginning. At first I thought maybe, hey man, this controller is not working. But after a couple of days, I plugged it into the Xbox One and it did an update. Now, I didn't want to plug it in originally because I wasn't going to use it on my Xbox One because I have a bunch of controllers for it already. But listen, hear me out here. I put it in the Xbox One. It did the update. After that, I was able to sync it up with my little tablet right here. This is my actual NVIDIA Shield tablet that you've seen me unbox on the channel. Works perfectly with this device. I was actually able to pair it up also with my Galaxy Tab for my original tablet. Works perfectly with this. I was not able to get it to pair with the actual my wife's Apple iPad 2. I think it's the iPad 2 Retina display. I can't remember which one it is, but it wouldn't pair with that. And it also was able to pair up with the NVIDIA Shield TV, 4K TV device. So that's what I mean by it's the best all-around controller. It works with so many devices. So whether I want to go in the living room and stream my games from the computer to the living room and play them, I don't have to use the Shield controller. I can now use this controller. So for the guys out there that have the Shield tablet, the Shield TV device, the Xbox One S controller will work if you do the update directly through the Xbox. So I also think you could probably do it through Microsoft's website and use a USB cable to update it. It'll also work with your tablets. I've also tested it on my actual my Note 5. I use a Note 5 as a phone, and I tested it on that with Dead Trigger and a couple of other games. Now, what I will say is this. For the guys of you, like I said, I got this controller mainly for PC gaming. because I do a lot of PC gaming, and I wanted something, you know. Plus my PC is black and white, and you see I changed this cover. This cover is normally white, but I changed it black to just toy around with it. But anyway, I normally do a lot of PC gaming, and you know, the Xbox One controller was fine, but the fact that I could ditch this dongle from the back and free up a USB port was a good. It just made sense to me. Now, with that said, let me go ahead and say this. Many games, like I said, will work directly with the Bluetooth. Some games will still require you to use this dongle or plug the controller directly in, you know, via the USB connection to the top of the controller up there, for those of you who are familiar with the controller. Why that is, I do not know. Will it be fixed in an update? I do not know. But I will tell you this. So, for example, like that Final Fantasy 13, after I did that update, prior to the update, I was able to connect it directly Bluetooth, use it, and it was fine. After the update, I have to plug this guy in or plug the controller directly into the system so that it recognizes it completely. If I don't, it won't recognize it completely. Now, for you guys out there wondering what, like I said, this is, again, this is the Xbox One PC adapter. It's about 20 bucks out there. If you're going to be using this controller, you're probably going to want to pair it up with one of these as well, just in case, you know, the Bluetooth is not working perfectly. After the update, this will help this controller work a lot better with your actual PC. Why that is, like I said, I still do not know. Anyway, enough about that. Other games that I tested, one other Big Trouble game that I seen that was on Steam was called One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. That particular game uses that particular game has controller functionality, and the controller will work out of the box with it, but the functions are gonna be not exactly as intended. So it's not gonna be reading everything properly. For that one, I'm gonna tell you straight up, whenever you have that type of issue, just go directly to your old faithful Xbox 360 wired controller. That's gonna probably eliminate that. Well, anyway, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Did want to let you know I tested it on a couple of games on the PC. So for the PC gamers out there, we know Final Fantasy 6 works. Final Fantasy 8, I haven't been able to get to work. Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns works. Left 4 Dead, a bunch of different games. Battlefield, I tested it on the Battlefield multiplayer beta. That works with the Bluetooth. It's a lot of games that do work, very few that don't. And so, guys, with all that said, the Xbox One S new Bluetooth controller has made itself the new controller to beat. With it working with multiple devices ranging from my old Galaxy Tab 4 8-inch, my NVIDIA Shield K1 tablet, my NVIDIA Shield 4K TV streaming device, the PC, and probably a plethora of other devices. So again, my Galaxy Note 5, because I use that as my phone. The only thing, like I said, guys, I couldn't get it to pair up with was the actual iPad. The newer iPads, I don't know, for whatever reason. Well, I can't say the newer because I don't have a Pro, but the latest one we do have is the iPad Air 2 with Retina display. I could not get it to pair with that. But anyway, guys, if I left anything out, or if there's any questions you have for the guys on the PC side that want to know if certain games work on Steam or certain things work, leave those questions and comments in the comment section down below. Also, make sure you like the video if you did like it and enjoyed the content, you found it informative. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not also done that. Follow us. Social media links will be down in the description below. And guys, as always, this is the Ruxman saying slow down, but never stop. Ruxman out. Love you, baby. Mean it.
The wonderful world of Rux.
Crazy mother.